Hi everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is Cindy and welcome to Cindy's Garden Oasis. I'm starting my own YouTube channel and I live in a zone 6B and we're in the middle of November, so it's kind of cold outside, but hope you stay tuned to this spring. I'll take you outside and we're going to have some fun with the plants and landscaping outside. So in the meantime, we're going to be indoors. And this is one of my philodendrons that was just repotted this year, and it is loving life right now. It is a very healthy, happy plant. And this plant, I'm not sure the name of it, but it came from Hawaii from my aunt. And it was in a package and it had wax on both ends. It said snip the wax off, root it in water, and then plant it. And I did. That was years ago. And it is happy. And then I have a little vanda here in the windowsill that I plan on moving when the weather continues to get more cold. I'm going to move it away from the southern windowsill so it doesn't freeze, because I don't think tropical plants like cold weather. And then I have a palm that I repotted this year, and oh, it is happy. It's got all kinds of new growth on it. This is new growth. This is new growth. That's new growth. So it is loving life as well. And then I have a snake plant. And it was repotted this year. And it's really happy. It's got new growth, some new growth back there, new growth there. So it is happy as well. Moving on along. Here's one of my favorite plants of all time. This is my prayer plant. And a lady at my work was throwing it in the garbage, and I asked her if she minded if I take it home, and she said sure. And look at here, this is a bloom, not a leaf. So I'll do an update video and show you guys what the blooms on a prayer plant looks like. It's got all kinds of new growth. It is so happy. I have a Dieffenbachia here, and I don't really care much for plants that get tall and spindly. And this is just about the time where I would whack this off, stick it in my northern windowsill, let it root, stick it back down in the dirt. That way it continues to be a nice bushy plant instead of tall and spindly. And then here I have a Hoya. And my mother-in-law gave me this plant. When she did, she had just repotted it, and I know they like to be kind of root bound, and so it hasn't flowered for me, but crossing our fingers for this spring. And then over here in my northern facing windows, I have a ficus. And this ficus for the longest time didn't do anything for me. It didn't die, but it didn't put on new growth. And since I moved it here to the north facing window, it is growing like crazy. Happy. And then I have a coleus here. And I plan on planting my coleuses outside in my landscape this summer. Watch them take off, and then because I live in a 6B zone, I'll have to dig them back up and put them in pots and bring them back in the house for the winter. I got some amaryllis, and I know it's a little late for them. They probably won't bloom over Christmas for me, but anyway, listening to YouTube, I've learned I'm going to try to keep these and rebloom them again for next year, and hopefully I'll get them in time for Christmas. And then recently I got started in on the orchid hobby. This is my Oncidium Sherry Baby. And the blooms are almost done. But isn't it beautiful? Let it focus here. But I was told that these blooms only last about a couple of weeks, and this one's been in bloom for me for a couple of months. And I think there's a couple more blooms that are gonna start. But anyway, we'll see. I'm new to the orchid growing hobby. This is a new shoot. It's got another shoot inside. This is a new shoot. It's got new growth on the inside as well. And this bulb is gorgeous. So anyway, it's happy. And I've got some phalaenopsis. New to the orchid hobby. There's another phal back there. And another phal back there that's got a new leaf. And then this phalaenopsis I've had for 4 years. This is my oldest. And I almost killed it. Because I was following the directions that said place 2 to 3 ice cubes once a week. Anyway, so since I have been watching YouTube and learning how to care for orchids, thanks to Miss Orchid Girl, she's the first person that I started watching. Thank you, Danny. Love it. Now I watch multiple other people. But look at all the aerial roots, and it's even trying to push on a new root right there. It is happy. And it even has roots, where is it? Coming out from in between the leaves. Yeah, she's a happy baby. Anyway, I love her. I've had her for 4 years. The oldest orchid that I have. And then here is an orchid that I tried to kill. But now I'm learning a lot. I think it's a papiopetalum. It's got the variegated leaves. It's just a seedling. We'll see. It might have stem rot. I was using a spray bottle to moisten my bark in between waterings, and I got a brown spot there in the middle, so there you can kind of see it. Yeah, I don't know, but I cannot get rid of this orchid until I'm for certain. As long as there's green leaves and it can still try to photosynthesize, we'll see. We shall see. And then here's another orchid that I have that has tried to grow on a new leaf. Let me bring it down so you can see. There's my new leaf. It's a happy one. This is a healthy orchid. It survived my beginning learning. And then I have a dendrobium. I've got a tag underneath of it. Dendrobium Jonathan's Glory. I think it says it has 2 new growths there. There's another phal that the leaves are kind of bent, but when I got it from a grocery store, and I repotted it like Danny says, and I put holes in my pots and they're clear so I can watch for new root growth. And so it kind of it's not a happy camper, but yesterday was watering day and we'll see. And then I have a mini phal back here that was purchased from the grocery store, and when I got it home I did some closer observing, and somebody cut a leaf off the crown, so I don't think that it will grow anymore. But I don't have the heart to throw it away until that last leaf falls off. And then here I have a lipstick plant that I took a couple of cuttings off of a patient that I was caring for. Didn't know anything of what I was doing, brought it home, put them in water, it rooted, stuck it in the dirt, and it's bloomed for me twice so far, and it is happy camper. So when this thing blooms, it is beautiful. It looks just exactly like a tube of lipstick. So I can't wait for it to bloom again, and I'll show you guys a video of that. Okay, moving on into my TV room. My mother-in-law gave me a couple of African violets, and I had never had African violets before. And this is one of the mother plants, and it is doing beautifully. She grew them and didn't know too much about them, and they were trying to grow out of the pot, all leaned over. So I kind of did some YouTube video watching and learned some possible things of what to do and try. And this thing got repotted, and it is happy as a clam. And then here is, oh gosh, I can't even fit the whole thing in the screen. This African violet is huge. Pictures do not do it justice. There's a leaf next to my hand. Beautiful. And when she gave them to me, they weren't in bloom, so I don't know what. She said one of them's purple, one of them's pink. So there's a bloom. Let me see if I can get out of the light. There's a bloom down there. Anyway, when this thing blooms, I'll do another video, and we'll see which color that is. So because they were so big and I repotted them and took off the old leaves down at the bottom, I didn't want to just discard the leaves. I decided I would do what everybody else on YouTube is doing. Look, the leaf even fell off of this. And I still have little babies coming off of it. Babies, 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 more babies. This is the variegated that my mother-in-law cleans people's homes for a living. And somebody had a variegated leaf African violet, and she asked if she could have a few leaves. Brought them over, and we're going to have African violets of these variegated type. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. All these leaves in here, I started in my northern facing windowsill, and they grew roots. Once they had good established root system, then I stuck them just in this 9x13 cake pan with some soil, and they're loving life. Now these leaves, however, I did not start in a jar of water. I just decided to put them in these little cups, and they all have roots because tugging on them, they're in there. They don't come out. So we'll see if I get babies off of them too. I'm going to have African violets up the wazoo. I bought a Thanksgiving cactus for a lady at work, and due to the adjustment of the location, it dropped a couple of leaves. I brought the leaves home, stuck them down in this dirt, and they have rooted and are taken off as well. So just going like crazy. So here I have a shamrock plant. It's purple in color. And last night I just decided, you know, they get tall and lanky, and I don't like that. I like bushy plants. So I decided I was going to stick it in this little bird cage that was given to me to kind of help hold and support the long stems. So I'll let you guys know how that, I hope it fills in, and because I take this plant outside in the summer and it just flourishes. Huge shamrocks. And it flowers, and it's an amazing plant. Happy, happy, happy. And here I have a wandering Jew, and this I topped off of a different plant that I had, rooted it in my north-facing window, and stuck it back down in the dirt, and it's happy, and it's kind of almost starting to get a little lengthy again, and I don't like lengthy. I like bushy plants. So almost time to chop it again. And then over here in my southern facing window, I have coleus. And I plan on taking these coleus out again in the summer, putting them in my landscaping and letting them go. And because I live in a zone 6B, at the end of summer I'll have to dig them back up and put them in pots and bring them back in the house. One thing about coleus is if you pinch the tops off, you'll have two grow out where you only had one. And that's what makes these plants so bushy. Just beautiful in color. I absolutely love these coleus. There's a different variety. I have, this is the Wandering Jew that I took all the cuttings off because it got tall and spindly, and look at all the baby growth since I've done that. Looks like I could trim on this plant a little bit again too. Here I have a blood plant. It does the same kind of thing. It grows tall and lengthy, and this requires a lot of water. If I don't water this one 2-3 times a week, it all falls over. But anyway, beautiful deep red leaves. Gorgeous plant. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Here's a spider plant that I have with variegated leaves. I didn't have one with variegated leaves, and my daughter's friend took one of the babies and rooted it, and here we go. This was only a couple of months ago. This thing loving life. And then I have a split leaf philodendron down here, and it's pretty happy too. This is a Cattleya orchid. I have it in my southern facing windowsill rather than out there with the rest of my orchids, and it has a new shoot. And there's another one down here, but I don't know if you can see it. It's happy plant. I only got this a couple of days ago. I repotted it in bark, and so far it looks happy, happy, happy. And then here's one of my sad, sad stories. So I bought this orchid. It said it was an orchid, cactus kind of thing. It is not a happy camper. I have tried it in different soil. Look at the leaves and all the bumps. So I am open to any suggestions on what I can do with this thing. But I've had it for a few months and it won't die. I had it in regular potting soil. Whoa, it was worse. Seems to be a little better in my balls here, my Licca balls, but I do not know what to do with this plant. So anyway, that's all, and thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys, if you like my videos, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, and I hope to see you guys in future videos. Hope you have a nice day. Thanks. Bye.